Let's move on to this topic. Which organizations are celebrating this top 100 list? It's a big deal to have the most prospects on the top 100 countdown. The Cubs and the M's lead the way with 7. The Tigers with 6, along with the Chicago White Sox. And man, Jim, thankfully the Dodgers have 6 as well, because they're having a hard time getting big league talent to Chavez Ravine. So it's good to see they've got a farm system. My goodness, are the rich getting richer, Jim?
No, they are. I mean, they weren't quite number 1 on that list, but I think in terms of what organization does the best job winning at the big league level while continuing to develop talent, it's clearly the Dodgers. And you look at this list, it shows they get players from all different sources. They don't usually have first-round picks or high first-round picks. Roki Sasaki, obviously, that was international recruiting efforts there. Dalton Rushing was a second-round pick. Josue DePaulo was not a big-time international signing. He was mid-level money. Jackson Ferris and Zaire Hope came over in a prospect trade. Yes, the Dodgers do trade for prospects. Alex Freeland was a third-rounder. So not only do they excel at finding players in all kind of aspects of player acquisition, I think from a development standpoint, they do as good a job as anybody developing hitters, developing pitchers, just making players be as good as they can be. They do that, I think, better than anyone. So that's why I think a year from now, they may be number 1 on this list, because they have a bunch of young guys like Kellen Lindsay and Emil Morales and Eduardo Quintero, who all could be on this list next year, who are all teenage players who are on the rise. We may have in the top 100 show next year, too. It's just they do a lot of amazing work, aside from spending like crazy at the big league level.
I thought Jim was going to just tack off all 30 of the Dodgers top 30 off the top of his head, which would surprise none of us. I'm going to talk about the team that had actually more top 100 prospects than the Dodgers, the Seattle Mariners. Which maybe they sort of qualify as a sneaky good because people don't realize it, but the thing that really stands out is its 7 bats. Not long ago, this system was known for the Logan Gilberts of the world. It was all about the arms. They're in the big leagues now. They went 3 high school bats in a row in the draft with Cole Young, Harry Ford, and Colt Emerson, who's now at the top of that list. And they've done a very good job of developing these guys. They're starting to reach the upper levels. Young and Ford are. They acquired talent in a number of ways, also via the draft. You see Lazaro Montes and Feldman Celestin, big international signings. They're not afraid to aggressively promote them to full season ball, so they're kind of on a faster track. And sort of inside baseball here, when we put our list together, we send it out for feedback. And Michael Arroyo and Johnny Formello, and Formello isn't going to be back till midseason because of a torn ACL, got a ton of feedback from evaluators of other teams that they should be on the top 100, and that's why they see them on the list.
And then for me with the Cubs, one of the other organizations there with 7 top 100 prospects, what stands out to me most about that group is how close they are to the bigs. You guys talked on the main show about Matt Shaw and how he could be a National League Rookie of the Year candidate this year because there is an opportunity for him there at third base. But Cade Horton, Owen Casey, Moises Ballesteros, James Triantos, Kevin Alcantara, all of those guys have AAA experience already. And if you look at the good major league clubs like the Dodgers, like the Orioles the last few years, they are good because of their depth. They have another level waiting at the AAA level. Is there a great need for outfielders right now with the Cubs after the acquisition of Kyle Tucker? No, but if they could bring in an Owen Casey, Kevin Alcantara got time at the major league level a little bit last year, they have enough options to plug and play there, and then they have Jefferson Rojas who's rising through the ranks. This is the type of farm system you need if you want to be competitive year in and year out.